G'day peeps, how's it going? Pete here from Up and Down 4WD, and this is a video of my new setup. So look at that. And no, I don't mean the trailer, I mean the rooftop tent. So I am currently in the process of taking this rooftop tent off the trailer and putting it on the ute. I'm currently getting a couple of racks made up so I can mount the rooftop tent onto the ute, because I need the roof rack, and also the rooftop tent won't fit on the roof rack the way I want it to. So I've tried to sell the trailer for about the last 12 months with the rooftop tent. There's nothing in it, it's just a 4-wheel drive trailer, and I put the rooftop tent on and it didn't sell, so I thought, why not use the rooftop tent? Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this rooftop tent is to make life quicker and hopefully easier when I go out camping. You know, I have my kitchen in boxes and set up on the back of the ute, and I also have a Swagen stretcher. So the problem with that is every time I want to go camping, I have to get up on the roof, get the Swagen stretcher off, get back down from the roof. I brought a ladder to make that easier and a bit safer, but still it's not ideal. And then I have to set those two up, and then I have to get my kitchen boxes out and put them on the shelf that I have at the back of the ute. Now, as you will see in this video, I have changed my kitchen around. So now I'm going to mount the rooftop tent on. I'm going to mount it mostly most of the dog box over that, because I want it far as forward as possible. Before, when I had the kitchen set up on the back shelf, I had the rooftop tent on, and to get to the kitchen I had to have the rooftop tent quite a way back, and I found it very unstable when I went 4-wheel drive, and it just didn't feel right with the balance. So now, with the way I've set up my kitchen, I can put the rooftop tent a lot further forward, because I don't use the back door on the ute anymore, so I don't need that up. And I will be mounting like I said, I'll mount the rooftop tent a lot further forward, which will make it a lot safer and a lot more stable when I'm out 4-wheel driving. Hopefully it'll also make setting up camp a lot quicker. At the moment, to get everything set up, it's at least 35, probably 40, 45 minutes. By the time I get the rooftop tent, the Swagen stretcher down, and then the kitchen out of the ute and put it on the back of the shelf and set out the awning and everything, it takes quite a while. So I'm hoping with just the rooftop tent, if I just want to do a quick overnighter, all I have to do is set up the rooftop tent. I don't need to take any kitchen boxes out or anything, so it's going to be a lot quicker, hopefully a lot safer and a lot easier. So that's what I'm doing now at the moment. Just waiting on the roof bars to be made. So I've done quite a bit of work in the rooftop tent that I needed to do. The mattress, I bought a mattress from Clark Rubber, and a lot more comfier than the standard one, but it didn't fit in the rooftop tent, so I've had to cut it down. And when I originally did that, which I'd actually forgotten about, I wasn't quite the right size, so I've now cut it down. I have a bit of room in the back, or where the ladder is, just up there, so I can put my shoes and dirty shoes up in there, and it's not on the bedding or anything, so that's good. I've put my blanket and my pillow up in there, so I'll see how it closes with that. This will be the first time. I'm pretty sure it's not going to close with my sleeping bag in there as well, but we'll see how we go. Some people say they're quite cold and in cold weather and hot in the hot weather, so I've got a blanket in there. I also carry thermals when I go camping, so if I get too cold I use those. And in the hot weather, well, I originally just had the two side windows open with the awnings like that, but I was getting a bit warm, so I've actually opened the front window as well, and that's made it a lot cooler. The wind's coming in through there and cooling things down. It's not a hot day, but I think at night time I can just, it's all got the fly wire on everything, so I don't need to worry about bugs and stuff like that, so that'll be all good. So I can, if it's quite a warm night, I can keep all the windows down and let the air come through. I've used it a few times, probably about 3 or 4 times, and I actually, like even on a warmish night, like around about 15, which I call cold, yeah, even on those nights, I found it quite a bit cool, so I just put the zips up on the windows, on the canvas, and just have the top of them open, so the wind is actually sort of going over, not over the top of me, not going on me. So I found that to be a lot cooler. And the hot weather, yeah, like I said, I haven't tried it in the hot weather, super hot weather. I think it's about 25 today, so it was getting a bit warm in there. But like I said, I've now opened that front window and it's made it a lot cooler. And by the way, I've also got lights set up in there, which you can't tell obviously at the moment. But yeah, I have set lights up in there. I got white lights and orange lights. So if I'm wanting to do some reading or want more light up there, I can have that. And then if I just want the orange light, I can put that on separately. I've put my lights, I got a light set up over near the front window, and then I got a light set up over the back rail, on the top rails, front and rear rails. So I got light over the ladder when I come in at night time, so I'm not trying to find my way in the dark in the evening. And I got a light switch up there, and also got a switch that power from that is connected to my electrical box in my ute, and I can flick a switch in the ute and that'll turn the power on, put power up to the top, but then I got a switch up the top, so at night time I can turn that switch off and go to sleep without having to get back down and turning the lights off in the ute, which obviously would be a pain and not a very smart idea. Yeah, so I'll show you all that once it's all set up in the night time when I go out camping. And it's currently Sunday, and I'm hoping to go out this weekend, next weekend, for 2 nights. That's my current plan. As long as I get my roof bars back and get it all set up, I'll be going out there on Friday. Okay, g'day peeps, how's it going? Pete here from Up and Down 4WD. And this is my new setup, rooftop tent. So I've set the rooftop tent up last week. I mounted it all and did that last weekend. And it's Saturday now. I'm currently out at Lees Creek, which is a campsite I've been to a few times before, one of my favourites. And this video is just to go through the new setup. It won't be of camping out here. Like I said, I've done it before. So yeah, just my new setup. So the rooftop tent, how good is that? So it took me about 25 minutes to get it all set up, from parking the car to how it is now. So it's a rooftop tent set up, awning set up, the window awnings on the tent set up, and my food box and everything set up, which takes about a minute for that bit. Okay, I'll show you my new food setup. Okay, so this is my new setup inside the ute. So, as you can see, I've now got the fridge on this side next to the new kitchen area. Fridge was on the other side at the back. It's got it a bit more forward, a bit better for the weight distribution. And also it's right next to the pantry kitchen area, so that works out well. still on the tilt slide, but I made that a bit stronger. So it works a bit better now, just a bit more stable. And I got my kitchen set up. The yellow box just has my clothes, spare clothes and a blanket I think in there maybe or something. Towel and bit of toiletries and just stuff like that. Just whatever will fit in there that I need. Look at this. So that goes down flat, and when I'm away, when I'm driving, my chair sits on there. So I can just put my chair on there, got the strap for it, and I use that as my holder for my chair, stops it moving around, good spot. And then just take it off, hook it up here on the hook, and it's all ready to go. Okay, so this is my new kitchen setup. Got some wraps because I might have them for brekkie tomorrow. Cutlery in here, easy to get to. This is now my olive oil in this sauce bottle, because when I modified it, this is too low for my bottle. Also this is plastic, not glass, so it's going to be a bit stronger. The lid was a bit loose, so this is just a bit more safer as well. Got my bowls, cups, noodles, some soup in there, food. I can put all my food in here if I want. Got this little tub here, I've just got my coffee in a cup in there at the moment. I can put food in there if I need it. Anything goes in there. Soups, coffees, plates over there, knives and everything here. It's absolutely, but don't have to take anything out, put it on the back shelf like I used to. It's just all set up there without having to do anything. Absolutely wrapped with that idea, brilliant. So happy with it. Don't have to do anything to set it up. That's what I wanted, quick and easy. Okay, this is my new shelf setup. So I cut a bit off the other end of the shelf, so it fits up in my roof rack, which I will show you shortly. So the brilliant idea now with this canopy setup as well is I don't have to open the rear door anymore to put the food storage boxes on this shelf at the back anymore. So I still have the shelf, so it comes in handy, like I can put my water there, just get quick access to it. Put like, I got my beer there, sitting there, a pair of sunnies there, just stuff like that, I can do that. Just a quick setup. Don't even need that if I'm just doing an overnighter. Like I said, it goes up in the roof rack. I don't have to take the shovel off anymore because now that the back door's closed, I don't have to take the shovel off to open the door, so I can keep that door shut now. I don't have to take the rubbish bag off anymore because I can just keep it where it is. I used to have to take it off so I could get my boxes. I used to wrap it around the shelf there, as you saw in past videos. So I don't have to do that anymore. It can stay there, so that's more time saved. Absolutely brilliant. Got a fly buzzing around me, annoying me. Yeah, so that's my shelf setup. New shelf setup. Okay, I don't know if you can see that properly, but that's my roof rack up under there. So the rooftop tent is mounted forward, as you would have seen in the video with it all packed up. And so now I've got the roof rack at the back. Made it shorter. This one here, it had 3 pieces, so I took out the middle piece. So I just got the 2 ends so I can make it shorter. So I can still collect firewood, put it up there. I can still put my gas bottle, which I didn't bring this time because I don't need it. I still got my gas bottle that I can mount up there. Just take it off when I get here if I need it. So that's just a quick and easy job. Just a hockey strap I'm strapped on around, but yeah, I got an hockey strap to put over it. So that'll keep it in place. Yeah, and the one other good thing is that it helps support the rooftop tent when I'm in there sleeping. So the floor comes out and rests on it, sort of sitting up a bit now because there's no weight in it. But yeah, the rooftop tent comes down and rests on top of that roof rack as well. So it gives me more support under the floor of the tent instead of just having to use the ladder to give you support. Okay, so this is a new setup on the canopy this side. So I've made that table a little bit shorter, but still a good size for what I need. I made up a new box for my Road Chef camp oven to keep that held better. It's mounted more securely and it looks a little bit better, I think, than before. Another thing I did was I got these bit of edging around, so I used to find that stuff used to slide off or roll off if you had something there. So I put that on. I had it on before, but they were thinner and they all broke. So now I've got thicker ones and I've mounted those on, so that's a bit better now. Fishing tackle box, the blue thing is what I put my pillow in. That doesn't go up in the rooftop tent. That's another good thing about the rooftop tent. I don't need my sleeping bag or blankets or anything stored anywhere. I had a big white clear plastic tub, and that's what I put my pillow and my blankets and spare stuff like that in, but I don't need that anymore because the sleeping bag and the spare blanket fit up there. So the pillow goes in that blue bag, which is actually a waterproof bag for, well, I got it with a camping set for hiking, but yeah, I don't need one that big, so I'm using it for my pillow, and it just sits, pillow fits in that slot where you can see it, so it protects my pillow. The pillow was getting squashed in the rooftop tent, so that wasn't a good idea. So yeah, got it set up there, fits in there. If I want to put something in there, I can do that easy enough. I got my fishing tackle box in there, that fits there. And the white thing is a little esky. So when I did my 4-day, 3-night trip to McKillop's Bridge and stuff in my previous video, I had all my food, cold food, in the fridge. And I had frozen food when I put it in the fridge, and by the next night it had all pretty well defrosted. So, and it had hardly any room in the fridge. So now I've got this little esky thing. I can put all my frozen food in there, and got a couple of those freezer containers that go in there, and I got ice, can put some ice in there as well, and hopefully that'll keep stuff cold enough for like the 3 to 4 days that I go out from a trip. I'm planning a trip later on this year, hopefully, if that comes off. It'll be a couple of weeks and probably be out in the bush for maybe up to a week. I'm not too sure yet, I haven't planned it. I just know where I want to go. So if I do that, I'll need some good container for my frozen food as well. So this will come in handy for that if this plan works. So I've got to do a 3 or 4 nighter to check it out. So I'll do that later on in the year on the trip that I do. Alright, and I got a little bit more room at the front where the Road Chef is and where my little plastic container is, just a little bit more room just at the front because mattress that I had took up a lot of room in the back. So yeah, now I was able to move that table back a bit, and also move the batteries instead of being long ways down the ute, now long ways across the ute. So still in the same area. I was thinking of moving them to the other side, but all my wiring set up for this side goes under the vehicle and up into the engine bay, so yeah, it was just too much and to move. So, and it works fine now. It was just, I was thinking of some other idea as well, but that didn't come off. So yeah, this is my new setup. So I'm absolutely ecstatic, excited about this new setup. So quick, so easy. Like I said, 25 minutes from parking to what it is now. Chair, table set up, awning set up, everything set up. So quick. And like if I wanted to just set up the rooftop tent, about 5-10 minutes at the most. 5 minutes if I just wanted to sleep in it with no window awnings, and just like if I was just quickly going to sleep by the side of the road or whatever I'm doing, or another couple of minutes just to set up the window awnings. Okay, just another quick video of the other side set up with the awning out, so you can see the awning and everything. No, so I hope you like this new setup of mine. I think it's about the 5th or 6th different setup I've had. This is how it's going to stay from now on. The only thing I might do is I might change the rooftop tent. I've been looking at the Dune soft top 1400. So I might get one of those, but then I won't be able to use my pack rack at the back. So it's all just different things. This is, like I said, this is quick enough for me. I'm happy with it and comfortable. So I'll probably just leave it like this. But knowing me, I won't. So I hope you might have found some inspiration out of this video of doing the setup for you. Either it's just rooftop tent or changing the your canopy around like this, or doing something different. So I just hope you like the video and it's given you inspiration to get out camping. That's why I've done this, so I can get out easy, quick. You don't want to come out camping and spend 2 hours setting up and 2 hours packing up. That is very annoying. So now I've got this 20, 25 minute, 20, 30 minute setup. Perfect. Okay, another handy thing with the rooftop tent is I got lights up there. Now, to turn the lights on, I just flick that switch there. That sends power up to the top, and I got switches up there. I got orange lights and I've got white lights up there. So I'll show you them later when it gets dark, how it's set up. But I can turn those lights up there on switches up there. I got a switch for the orange light and a switch for the white light. So I currently got the orange light set up, turned on, which you can't see because, it's like I said, it's daytime, but I'll show you when it gets darker. So at night time I can just, later after I've done this, I'll turn that switch off, but when it gets darker I can turn the orange light on. It's not going to attract the bugs up into my bed, and I've still got way to see into the at night time around the back of the ute, and because it's got one light open near my head and another light set up over the ladder so I can climb up and see at night time. And then when I'm up there, if I want to do reading or something, when I'm up there I can turn on the white light, and that gives me more light, gives me a brighter light than the orange light. And I've also set up orange lights and white lights in the ute on this control panel. So before I had them set up together, which was a bit stupid because you couldn't know you're having orange lights and white lights working together, because the orange ones are supposed to not attract the bugs as much as the white lights do. So I had them both connected to the same switch, but now I got separate switches for my orange lights and my white lights. So in the evening I can just turn the orange lights, can see to do stuff in the back of the canopy, and then if it's too dark or I need them, I can also turn on the white lights as well. So yeah, that's just another thing I've done as well. So I'll turn that switch off. And that's now killed the power up to the top. So once I get up the top, when that switch is on, I can turn the lights off up there with another switch. G'day peeps, as you can see it's nice and dark now. Got the fire going quite nicely. So now I am going to show you my light setup in the rooftop tent. Well, as you can see, or actually not see, there's nothing up there. It's dark up there at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll come around here to my control panel, flick that switch that I showed you before. Then we will come here, and there we go. Look at that. Now I have some light up there. Now that's just my orange light, like I said. I got a white light as well, which I'll show you when I come back down. But yeah, I'll go up and I will show you how it's set up. Okay, so here is the switch that I can turn off the orange lights on with. Now it's dark. And I come over here, and this one is even better because I'll now turn off the orange ones. Now I've got a dimmer switch, so I can have the white lights bright like that. That's it, as you can see. And there's the fire down below. And then what I can do is, if it's too bright up here, just turn it down like that. Okay, so now, as I said before also, I've got orange lights and white lights set up here in the canopy. So there's my white lights set up so I can see into my food box over there easy enough. And then if I want some night light, there's my orange lights set up as well. So I can have them on. Like I said before, apparently the orange ones don't attract the bugs as much. So I can have this on. I'll leave these on now because, let's turn the up one, rooftop tent off, because it's dark, and then I'll be able to see when I'm at the fire, to see my way back to the canopy here to turn on my lights. Okay, so it's just after 9 now. I just threw a fresh log on the fire. So I'll sit around this for another hour or so, and then I'll head off to bed. Another thing that I've decided not to do while I'm out camping is to stoke up the fire at night. I've been doing that, hoping that the fire will still be going in the morning so I don't have to relight it. But I'm finding that it's going out in the middle of the night sometime when I'm asleep, and I'm using up a lot of my wood. So now I just have enough wood for when I'm sitting by the fire before bedtime, and then at bedtime I won't restock it. I'll just let it die and then relight it in the morning. Save my firewood.